Sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The U.S. Surgeon General has declared gun violence a public health crisis. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has our top story.
Vivek Murthy is calling on the nation to address gun violence with the same vigor as tobacco use or traffic accidents. His advisory marks the first time a Surgeon General has issued a declaration like this. Deaths from guns are at their highest point in 30 years.
Dr. Murthy is calling on lawmakers to ban automatic rifles and introduce universal background checks for purchases. A flight to freedom for Julian Assange. The WikiLeaks founder has left a UK prison for a remote island in the Pacific, where he's expected to plead guilty to a U.S. charge of espionage, then fly on to his native Australia without having to serve more time. His brother, Gabriel Shipton.
He's looking forward to spending time with his family and being free, being able to have the sunshine on his face.
Assange spent the past 5 years in London's Belmarsh prison. Israel's Supreme Court has ruled unanimously the IDF has to begin drafting ultra-Orthodox men for military service. Reporter Linda Gradstein is in Jerusalem.
A panel of 9 justices unanimously said that the exemption for ultra-Orthodox Jews is not legal, and that therefore they must be drafted. And if they're not drafted, then the places where they're studying, the yeshivas, will not get government funding.
Most Jewish men and women in Israel are required to serve at the age of 19. Record flooding ravaging the Midwest is now blamed for at least 2 deaths. The Big Sioux River swelled over its banks. Governor Tim Walz says Minnesota's Rapidan Dam is in imminent danger of failing.
We have about 18 inches of rain over the last couple of weeks. What's happened is we've inundated the ground. There's nowhere for it to go.
July 4th is still a week away, and travelers are already setting records. CBS's Matt Piper.
The TSA says it screened a record number of travelers on Sunday, just under 3 million people. The agency expects to screen more than 32 million people between Thursday and July 8th, which is the Monday after the July 4th holiday. That would be a 5.4% increase over the July 4th period last year.
First in the NHL. The Panthers ended a 3-game losing streak to beat the Oilers 2-1 in Game 7 on ABC, taking home the team's very first title. Fans are elated.
We watched every playoff game at home, and today we just couldn't even eat dinner. We were so nervous, counting down the last couple minutes, and then spend this moment winning it. It's just priceless right now.
This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Krispies. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message data rates may apply.
Taking Eugenics Total T makes a huge difference for me. Eugenics, that's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas, right? Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yes. Text radio to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Eugenics.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS.
What about when life spells spicy wings?
It's still ROLAIDS. Rolaids, powerful heartburn relief. Uses directed, keep out of reach of children.
They're prepping the home of the Bulls and the Blackhawks for an onslaught of politicians.
Construction is underway at Chicago's United Center, where the Democratic National Convention will be held this summer. Can't miss the DNC logo, and some of the seats where sports fans sit have been temporarily removed. Danny Wirtz is a United Center Joint Venture Executive Committee member who says a team is going to
transform this beautiful arena into our convention hall, where we will build the stage literally and figuratively for President Biden and Vice President Harris and our party to tell their story.
The Democratic National Convention will be held in Chicago August 19th to the 22nd. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
After almost 80 years in business, the LA Times says Hollywood's Snow White Cafe has fallen into a deep sleep. The restaurant was opened in 1946 by a friend of Walt Disney's who allowed his artists to paint murals of the movie's characters on the walls. Now it looks closed for good. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even 40, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013, 800-444-2013, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-444-2013.
Hey, Siri.
The office this summer? Make your workdays tastier with
Text
delicious
Josh,
savings from
engineer.
Easycater, the #1 site for workplace
What do you
catering.
want to say?
With over 100,000 restaurants to choose
People
from.
calling
Save up to
and
$40
complaining,
when you
saying we
order
have
from
a bunch of
participating
static
restaurants.
on our
These
station.
scrumptious discounts are available exclusively at
Okay.
Easycater.com. So order some food for work and save some green with delicious summer savings. Order now at Easycater.com. Order must be placed and received between June 24th and July 5th. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
The free speech video app Rumble gives you the freedom to be entertained with genuine content for free. Download Rumble TV apps to watch independent media on mobile, desktop, and the big screen. Get ready for Shock and Awe with Steven Crowder at 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. Visit rumble.com or download the app and watch for free.
Mark Patrick Seminars is coming to Montgomery Sunday, July 14th for one day only. Here to
That's
talk
what I
about
need.
how hypnosis works.
I need to be hypnotized to give up Coca-Cola.
If we have an image of a non-smoker, we
That's where I need to go. I'm going to see.
we attract the habits of a smoker. If we have an image of a person who is overweight, we live up.
I'm going to be hypnotized to give up Coca-Cola. That's what I'm going to do.
We work on at the subconscious level.
Going to see the psychiatrist or the hypnotist.
We work on
That's right. Hypnotized. Hypnotized. Oh, give up Coca-Cola. Give up Coca-Cola. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway.
And guess what? They want to do these things instead of feel like they have to do them.
Don't miss Mark Patrick Seminars, Sunday, July 14th at the Hilton Garden Inn, Montgomery East. For more information, go to markpatrickseminars.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Just call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Trustworthy, up-to-date, dependable. We are your news station. News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Blistering heat ahead today. You're not going to like what we have to talk about. 98, the afternoon high, sunshine. But there's a silver lining here. It's that the humidity is manageable still, though. It's really hot. It's a dry day, too. Tuesday's rain chance barely worth mentioning. 74 tonight, warm and humid. Scattered showers and storms around in spots. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Afternoon high staying consistent in the mid-90s. That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got our first accident. It's on Mobile Highway between Chevron and Hardee's. So keep your eyes open if you're heading in that direction. Otherwise, we are looking good. Enroll now at Trentham State Community College. It's your ticket to building a solid foundation for higher education or accelerating your career. Enroll today at trenthamstate.edu. Classes start August 23rd. Buckle up for Montgomery Skywatch. This is Major Delay.
Good morning. I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday.
After a weekend filled with gun violence, Montgomery leaders are looking for new ways to make a change. This Thursday, there will be a Coffee with a Cop event at 8 a.m. at the Starbucks on Atlanta Highway. There will also be a Stop the Violence walk at 10 a.m. Saturday at Hyde Park. It's all in response to a weekend filled with gun violence, including one where 9 people were shot, more than 360 shots were fired. This Saturday, Crime Stoppers will hold an event to help get guns off the streets. The gun buyback event is Saturday from 10 to 2 at Bright Missionary Baptist Church in Montgomery. All guns turned in will be destroyed. You could get anywhere from $50 to $200 per gun. A Montgomery woman known for her years of dedication to the Army and her hard work in the capital city has died. Romay Davis served in the Army, graduated college, and became a New York fashion model. In 2022, she received the Congressional Gold Medal. There will be a public viewing this Thursday at Ross Clayton Funeral Home from noon to 8.
The River Region's culinary event of the summer is here. Spoons, presented by Cumulus Media, Country Financial, Blacklist Detailing, BMW, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, and Cajun Leprechaun. Friday, June 28th at the RSA Activity Center on Dexter Avenue from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy samplings from some of the best restaurants in the River Region, raffles, local vendors, and more. Enjoy samplings that night from the Cajun Leprechaun. Experience Cajun and Irish fusion cuisine in Havana. Experience Southern fine dining with a Beale Street twist. Bates House of Turkey, Brothers Bootleg Barbecue, McAllister's Deli, Moore's Barbecue, Nothing But Cakes. Spoons, June 28th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the RSA Activity Center. Get your tickets now at sweetdeals.com/Montgomery. Spoons, where the flavors of the River Region come alive.
You're not even paid about it.
Sam, put your shoes on. We're headed to the doctor in 10 minutes. Okay, Mom. Hey, am I going to have to get a shot? Yes, it's time for your yearly vaccines. We have to make sure all your vaccines are up to date before you start back to school. I have to provide a record to the school.
Alabama law requires children of all ages to be up to date on their immunizations before attending school. Every child needs to be vaccinated against polio, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, also known as whooping cough, measles, mumps.
Somebody's gotta do it. Might as well be me.
Municipal sewers are not
Might as well be me.
Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and can be expensive to repair. You can prevent your system from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years, keep a separate container for grease and dispose of it properly. Use detergents low in phosphates and spread laundry over several days as to not overload the system with too much water. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money,
What's my son doing this morning? I don't know.
smartaboutmoney.org.
I do not know what he is doing.
For financial education.
What
Smartaboutmoney.org.
he is
Easy place to
doing.
start when you want to get smart.
The news you
You're
need,
real.
the news you depend on.
You're
News
real.
Radio 1440. More at newsradio1440.com. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Good morning, and good morning to everyone who hears my voice. Good morning to you. It is another day, one more on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, the most important part of the show, as a matter of fact. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is June the 25th, 2024 AD. Our daily bread today is simply entitled Humble Yarn or Jorn, Jorn, humble Jorn. I'll figure out what that is after a while here. Our scripture insight today comes from Ephesians 1:15 through 23. Ephesians 1:16 says, I have not stopped giving thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. That's Ephesians 1:16 to get it started. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is one more day. One more that you have. Good morning. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at everything that we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever give up. Never, ever quit. Because quitters will never win. And winners may lose at a thing or two, but they never give up. My mother used to say that nothing beats a failure but a try. One foot in front of the other. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Never, ever give up. Because quitters will never win. And winners may lose a thing or two, but they never quit. So don't you ever give up. If you've been around a while, you've heard many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, I am not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Do what you can, while you can, for whom you can. Just remember, somewhere along the line, somebody gave you a hand. We can only do the same. Good morning to you. Humble Jorn. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Amy Boucher-Pye, and I called our reading Humble Jorn. They didn't think Jorn, a tenant farming the land, would amount to much. Yet despite his weak vision and other physical limitations, he poured himself out for those in his village in Norway, praying the many nights when his pain kept him awake. In prayer, he'd move from house to house, naming each person individually, even the children he hadn't yet met. People loved his gentle spirit and would seek his wisdom and advice. If he couldn't help them practically, they'd still feel blessed when they left, having received his love. And when Jorn died, his funeral was the biggest ever in that community, even though he had no family there. His prayers blossomed and brought forth fruit beyond what he could have imagined. This humble man followed in the example of the Apostle Paul, who loved those he served and prayed for them while confined. He wrote to those in Ephesus while he was likely imprisoned in Rome, praying that God would give them the spirit of wisdom and revelation, and that the eyes of their hearts would be enlightened. He yearned that they would know Jesus and live with love and unity through the power of the Spirit. Jorn and the Apostle Paul poured themselves out to God, committing those they loved and served to Him in prayer. May we consider their examples in how we love and serve others today. Our passage from Scripture today is from Ephesians chapter 1, verses 15 through 23. For this reason, ever since I heard about your faith in the Lord Jesus and your love for all God's people, I have not stopped giving thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. I keep asking that the God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the glorious Father, may give you the spirit of wisdom and revelation, so that you may know him better. I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened, in order that you may know the hope to which he has called you, the riches of his glorious inheritance in his holy people, and his incomparably great power for us who believe. That power is the same as the mighty strength he exerted when he raised Christ from the dead and seated him at his right hand in the heavenly realms, far above all rule and authority, power and dominion, and every name that is invoked, not only in the present age, but also in the one to come. And God placed all things under his feet and appointed him to be head over everything for the church, which is his body, the fullness of him who fills everything in every way. Join me in praying. Jesus, you served others and put their needs first. Please help us today, tomorrow, and always to love and serve you with joy, constancy, and peace. We pray in your name. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Don't exactly know what Space Force does, but okay then, they're part of the family. But right now, we're going to keep like stepchildren, okay? I'm just saying, we haven't done anything great yet, at least not that I know of. Which reminds me of something. Coming up this Friday, there's going to be a Veterans Summerfest. That's right, June the 28th from 11 until 4 p.m. That's right, and it's going to be in Tuskegee, 204 East Oak Street, and it's going to be free. There will be live DJ, there'll be food, there'll be snow cones, cotton candy, giveaways, face painting, and more. Some of you guys need your face painted. All right. But again, it's brought to you by the Council on Substance Abuse. It's going to be in, I don't know if that's the VA hospital down there. I'll have to find out from my friend, but I know it's going to be 204 East Oak Street in Tuskegee, Alabama. Veterans Summerfest. Again, community resources will be there. Vendors, live DJ, food, snow cones, candy, or cotton candy, whatever it is, and giveaways, face paintings, and more. I don't know what we need face painting for, but I'm all for that. And it's free, okay? All right. And again, it's brought to you by the Council on Substance Abuse. And sometimes some of us do abuse some substances, and we need to know how to let go. All right. I'm just saying, we might want to do it. All right. Okay. It's called Hope for Heroes and Families. Okay. And you all guys are our heroes. All right. So, Veteran Summerfest, again, June the 28th, 2024, from 11 until 4 p.m. Okay. 204 East Oak Street, Tuskegee, Alabama. Okay. I'm just saying. See if I want to go down and get some free food.
Did you get my text?
About the visitor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
whatever.
Just making sure. And then I also emailed you yesterday for the interviews that's tomorrow. Can you and John Longshore switch times? You're good. I didn't know if you had somebody coming in.
Hey, I'm a company man.
I know
I
that.
kiss up to this.
Please. But sometimes you have people that are, here.
Yeah, but ain't done it. This is the mayor. Yeah, somebody like that. But other than that, you just sit on down here.
All right, perfect.
I got to talk to somebody anyway.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Space Force, Air Force, and the United States Marine Corps. Bum, 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 bum. And good morning, good morning. I tell you, I am more enthusiastic about each day than I was the day before. You know why? Anybody know why? Oh, let me hear it one time. Because this day was not promised either. Okay? So I'm just saying, so you need to be more enthusiastic. No matter what your problems are, whatever the case may be, you know what? You are here to see them and deal with them. So don't worry about it. We'll work out. Call us. We'll help you out if we can. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about did you know that 65 million Americans binge drink or drink heavily? That's right. It is Alcohol and Drug Awareness Month. Okay. It is set aside to raise awareness of the dangers caused by alcohol misuse. 29% of all traffic fatalities are caused by alcohol, impaired drivers, and teen alcohol use kills nearly 5,000 people a year. That's more than all illegal drugs combined. COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse, is bringing about awareness to reduce the pain and suffering caused by alcohol use. So if you or someone you know need help with alcohol abuse, there is help. COSA cares. Give the Council on Substance Abuse a call today. 334-262-1629. Again, that's 334-262-1629. If you don't want to call them right now, please put this number in your cell phone, because at some point you're going to have to call somebody. 334-262-1629, or go to COSA add.org to get educated on the dangers of alcohol abuse. Call COSA 334-262-1629 to get help now. Okay? For a sober and brighter future. It is never too late. Why is that? Because COSA cares. They do. They really do. As a matter of fact, it's a lot of young folks who work for the Council on Substance Abuse also. But also, I got to tell you something else in a minute. As soon as I find it, I got it right here someplace. Okay, I'll get it. As soon as I get it, I'll tell you about it. Right? Because there's some things that just need to be told. Now, I got a lot of things to talk about today. Lots of things to talk about today. Some of these things are, well, it's hard on a brother, but I can do it. I can do it because some of these things need to be talked about. Now, I am expecting a guest this morning. Okay, I'm expecting one. I'm hope they get here at a reasonable time this morning. So okay. But before we go to them, I have one more thing that I have to tell you guys about today before we get into the same stuff we always get into anyway, and that's that's us. Okay, we have to talk about certain things today. I see we made national news the other day across America. Hey, what's going on in Montgomery? Oh, hell, they're just shooting people. But we're not the only state in America that we're shooting people. Okay, I'm just thank God nobody shot me yet. Anyway, your home is your investment. Take your driveway, for instance. It's the invitation to your home. Let Penny Earn Technologies help to protect your investment. So if you sell your home, your driveway speaks to how well you have maintained it. Penny Earn can help you with all your concrete needs, your driveway, your swimming pool, your entire outdoor living space, fire pits, fireplaces, stamp and pattern patios, whatever that is, retainer walls, and drainage system. Everything to complete your outdoor living area. So call Tom Latham and his team at Penny Earn today, 334-284-9292. As a matter of fact, and if you go to their Facebook page, you can see a lot of things that they do, okay, that they do, and they're a bunch of fantastic people. That's all I can tell you. They've been together for a long time, so there's no OJTing. They know what to do when it comes to concrete. So their goal is to be the best, okay, and they are. So check them out on Facebook and see hundreds of pictures, okay, of current and past projects. Call Penny Earn Technologies today, 334-284-9292. That's 334-284-9292. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, I got a guy. Yeah, I got a. Okay. All right, Fernando, just give us a call. Let me get done with this call first, and then we'll talk to you. Hey, good morning. Who is this before I get on to something else? Good morning. You know, I thought you was Mr. Ed for a minute. I don't where Mr. Ed at. We missing him. Okay. You know, listen, okay. Now, this may not come out the way I want it to come out. Are we done experimenting with our police department? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, that's true.
Because there's one way in and one way out of North Pass.
Well, where do you put 1,000 people out? Are we sure we had 1,000 people out there? I mean, where do you put 1,000 people out there in North Pass? Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I don't know where you put 1,000 people out there, not on North Pass. You know, I don't know where you put. I mean, is somebody exaggerating 1,000 people, or I mean, I didn't hear about it. Okay. Wow. Well, oh well, you know. Yeah. Hmm. It's better to listen. It is better to ask for forgiveness sometimes than permission. Okay, so. That, okay, man. Okay. Okay, well, okay, come on, man. That's kind of hard on the police bar. You guys, hold on for a second. I got somebody on the line with me right now, trying to help somebody, and I want to talk to Fernando Morgan. And Fernando is a local attorney, of course, in Montgomery, but he finds himself trying to help a young person do something. So, good morning, Fernando. We're doing pretty good, pretty good. Hmm. 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 So, and again, there's no allegations of any abuse or anything like that. It's just that the house they were in, it just it was rough, And when you're living on a fixed income, trust me, it's difficult to do things. But how can they help? Is there a number they can reach? I've already told you what I'll do, so no sense in going down on air because people will think I'm trying to be braggadocious, and I'm not. So whenever you need that, just let me know. Um, how much does he need altogether? Do you know how much to make this happen? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Again, let me write this down here so because my mind ain't what it used to be. Um, uh, oh, let me grab it. Okay. So a number to reach you would be what? Okay. Now, if in fact somebody wanted to go to the light company and pay for a little, donate a little bit on the bill, can you give us the name, or can they call you and get the name of the? Okay. So again, he can't get his boy back until he gets his house up and going. Okay. All right. And you vouch for him that he's a good guy, as far as you know, good guy, and no hanky panky and that like that. You just okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. 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 His number again is 239-7070. That's and then he isn't. This is an attorney. As a matter of fact, you remember the name. He actually ran for a judgeship, got screwed, glued, tattooed by the Democratic Party. He didn't tell me to put that out there, but I did. But anyway, okay. Well, all right. Well, we'll be talking to you later on. And if anybody wants to help, text. You can text that number, and that's attorney Fernando Morgan. He's helping somebody. And I know what it's like to love your kids. Uh, I know what a mother feels now when they don't have their children. I tell you what, if somebody yanked my boy from me, somebody would have been hurt. So I feel you. I feel you on that one. Okay. All right. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you, and I'll talk to you later on today. All right. 860-1440 is our number here. Let me take one more call before I get out of here. Take my first break. Well, my last break actually. Good morning. Pretty good. Pretty good. So how you doing? Okay. Well, I can't put my donation on the air because people think I be bragging. Okay. All right then. Okay. We'll do it. All right. Thanks. Bye. Oh, turn that down there. What's up? Well, he does. A lot of people. Wait a minute. A lot of people catch hell sometime paying them. well, we don't care about your car drunk tag. Uh, how many people do you know that are poor and always been and still find how? All right, enough of that. See, bye. I'm done. Let's take a break. Oh, one more. I'm done. God, I've never seen such a negative man in my whole life. Good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How do we get there? I mean, wait a minute. How do we get to slavery on that? Yeah. 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 How we get to in that conversation? Yeah. How we get there? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm just trying to figure how we got on that conversation from where we were. I mean, uh, yeah, but yeah, okay, but okay. All right, I'm a little confused, but I feel you. I said me. I said I'm a little confused. Yeah, I'm a little confused. Okay. All right, appreciate it. Today, of course, is the anniversary of one himself, Michael Jackson, who passed um, years ago. Okay, then let me go cogitate on this. I don't know how we can read from a guy trying to get his kids back to slavery. But on this show, then I got one guy that is so mean, SOB, until he said, don't want to. Well, okay. There are a lot of poor people in history, and I'm one of them. My mama, we had 8 of us. And some days, guess what? We're barely 8. But she sure did her best to raise it. So I'm sure here to talk about it. Okay. So, the poor folks are sitting out. We'll be back. What an evil man.
Is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because Medishare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having mental health. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51.
Introducing Rumble Cloud, a platform that supports business with education. Say goodbye to hidden costs and big tech overreach with Rumble Cloud. Stay on budget with fixed monthly pricing and customizable cloud computing packages that fit your business needs. With simple and predictable pricing, we can help you get control of your IT budget, designed to empower businesses to become independent from vendor locked-in strategies and sectors. Rumble Cloud offers a portfolio of essential cloud computing services to meet your needs. You can store and access unlimited data typically relying on big tech through our infrastructure. Our services are built on trust with our community, and welcome everyone to experience cloud vendor you can fully trust. Your cloud, your freedom. Rumble Cloud, where performance is a It's just $5 longer. 7 p.m. Everywhere you are. On the radio, online, News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. You know, people think that don't have a right to I mean, if that would be the case, just dig a hole, dig a big hole, just put it in the grave. There are a lot of people who can't help financially. And how things are now, really? I'm sorry. And if Fernando was involved in this, I wouldn't even let him on the air, but I know Fernando with a big lawyer reputation is impeccable. So if he's involved with it, yeah, I'm gonna trust him. Yeah, we can do it. 860-1440 is at 7:53 in the morning. Good morning, who's this? listen, again, had my skepticism about the law, not because of guns, but because of people who had never, because, yeah. Again, listen, I let the law enforcement handle that. Again, the politics of, yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, police can't stop. Right, police can't stop idiots from doing idiotic things. But they can. But if we had enough to respond to it, we could bring overwhelming force. Right. They've always had the right to. They've always had the right to do that. They've always had the right to do that. They've always had the right to carry open. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. Again, appreciate it. Let me get a run out of time. Good morning. Yeah. I don't have any idea who you're talking about. I have no idea. No, but you didn't see it with my eyes. Okay, well, listen, there's a lot of things I don't respond to. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of things I don't respond to. Yeah, hey, I don't have. Okay. Okay, I don't have a secretary. Okay, okay, all right. Okay. I can't help everybody. I can't help everybody. Okay. Well, but that's not okay. I appreciate. I gotta go. That's not the only time I haven't responded. I'm one person. You know, we got a lot of people in this town. City council people, congressmen. They got all kind of people. It's more than me here. I do what I can when I can. We should turn in a few minutes here. Another conversation. Anyway,
News Radio 1440. Good morning, I'm Jeff. On his two after a week with gun, very later people change. This person will be talking with the possible hey, the Starbucks on the highway.
that's gonna change things. That's gonna change things. Coffee with a cup. That's gonna change the environment all day long.
This Saturday, all guns turned in will be destroyed. A Montgomery woman known for her years of dedication to the community. Passion model. In 2022, she will be doing News Radio WI, your home of the Don Bongino Show. H3 FM. CBS News on the
Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The U.S. Surgeon General has just declared gun violence a public health crisis. Dr. Vivek Murthy is pointing to the quickly growing number of injuries and deaths from firearms, telling CBS Mornings
gun violence has now become the leading cause of death among kids and teens. That was not true a decade ago or 2 decades ago, but it is true today.
He's calling on lawmakers to ban automatic rifles, and he wants tougher penalties for people who don't store their weapons safely. The Associated Press has gotten a hold of a White House report that documents more than 500 people charged with gun trafficking and other crimes under gun safety legislation signed into law by President Biden 2 years ago. Some are linked to transnational cartels, others to organized crime rings. The report shows enhanced background checks for gun purchases have stopped about 800 gun sales to people under the age of 21. The war in Gaza will be on full display today as voters in New York go to the polls to decide a record-breaking primary campaign. CBS's Scott McFarlane is in suburban Rockland County.
More than $20 million spent just to win a nomination for the expensive U.S. House primary in American history. Something bigger is in play. It's become a bit of a political proxy battle over how Israel is carrying out the war against Hamas.
The humanitarian crisis in Gaza is growing. CBS's Cameron McCormick.
There is a risk of famine in the coming months. A UN report claims nearly a quarter of Palestinians have gone entire days without eating, and the entire population is at emergency levels of hunger. There was a brief surge of aid in the spring, but options have been limited because of the closing of border crossings and Israel's offensive in Rafah.
Israel's Supreme Court ruled today ultra-Orthodox men must serve in the military. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is on a flight from the UK to the Northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. Commonwealth, where he's expected to plead guilty to one count of espionage in exchange for his freedom. His wife Stella tells the BBC.
Interesting, related, it's just incredible. I don't know. Things like it's not really.
Plans for Assange to return to his native Australia with no more prison time required. Some American music labels are suing a couple of AI song generators, accusing them of copyright infringement. Sony, Universal, and Warner claim Suno and Udio have been swiping their hits, like The Temptations, and altering them without payment or permission. Both startups use chatbots and other tools built with human-created content. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. Now, if you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes, if so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you. He's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
You have to use the Lou. See some famous artwork in Australia.
Risha Patel is the American artist behind the unique killer chink entitled The Woman Identifying Women, with the Museum of Old in Art in Hobart. But a good ruling means it's got to be open to men as well. So she's moved several collections, including several Picassos, into the women's restaurant to prevent men from entering. The museum itself has a history of unusual and sometimes controversial exhibits. CBS News, Canberra, Australia.
World President flag over the American F-150s. The company says people driving the 2013 models can lose control and the pickups downshift in the first year on their own, no matter how fast they're going. Kevin Rodriguez, CBS News.
Those people what's going to be told in the group. January 2021, get that money back. When you're done, you'll move to the asset group. See how it works. You can pre-input it in gold IRA and hopefully it will hit. Meaning, the first goal is the only goal to it can be an easy process to look at the building and make IRA into gold without even with the no need to kids with a member and then get free gold IRA. Farmers market big smoking ingredients in healthy baking and really change their life. You've tried everything else, you need to come and try this.
Early bird special, only $49.99 guaranteed. Because don't just cut down, but stop smoking. In addition, use all the way to guarantee the work Seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration sign up at seminars. And so VIP meal ticket.
Smart home device.
And we are back. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning again. You know, it amazes me how we throw people's life away based on their economic position. And that's, we judge the viability of it reminds me when I was, when I asked a person, white person, why do uh, you want to adopt black children? And he looked at me and he asked the question. So should I not allow them to be in a home where they are loved and cared for, as opposed to in a place nobody cares for? They just there for now. It reminds me of something that the president said a few minutes ago. Is it not better than a child living with his parents, even if it's poor and broke? Because here's the thing about it. We let our older generation live in squalor because they get Social Security, and that's not enough. We are where we are. We have to deal with life on the terms that it gives us. So, so here's the question I put to anybody: is it not better that the man has his own kids against him poor now? Hell, he's the only person that's been poor. We were poor and living on, matter of fact, the house where we live was so bad, every time we turned on the lights, we thought we had a picture change. There were so many pictures on the wall. Listen, that's not an indication of the future, where you are in the present. Okay? And aren't children better off with somebody that loves you? Out of all the things that matter, okay? Because if you love them, you are going to do whatever you can, okay, to take care of your kids. I don't give a crap what somebody says. This man wants to try to take care of his kids. You don't want to, we ought to give an opportunity to do it. Okay? Then you have to cover disability, but that's okay. That's fine. So again, it reminds me of the stupid question I asked you right now. And listen, if you ask me a question that I had to agree with, it's better to be in the place where you love and share. Okay, than any other place you can be. So, again, and again, if people don't want to help you, that's fine. That's not mandatory. It's kind of like giving money in church. When I give money in church, I don't feel to do it. I know what they say they're going to do it. That's up to them. So don't make an excuse for not putting money in church because you don't know the church to do it. That's what you're going to go. That's what you need. Anyway, again, Fernando said you can give him a call 334. You can text him 239-7070, and he'll text you back with the information that you may need. 8:12 in the morning. I got a guest coming up sooner or later here, but once you get here, we'll put her on the air. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. It's not unusual for Attorney General to be governor. So. That's a local issue. That's a local issue. That's not anything to he gets involved. That's a local issue. Mm. Yeah, I mean, okay. Hmm. But that still, yeah, but that still doesn't excuse the behavior. Yeah, we are. We're talking about somebody shooting people. The attorney general ain't responsible for that. Well, again, the city has asked the state. I'm still trying to figure out where 1,000 people can stand out there. So I, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know how that got past me. I don't live far from there. Yeah. Okay. And I don't know. Well, and when we can't verify that that happened. Well, I don't know who's lying, and I didn't say nobody was lying, but I just don't know what the chain of command was and what the chain of evidence was. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. And he has nothing to do with sending the police. But it's a local issue. The attorney general, the state attorney won't normally get involved in that. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I mean, I don't believe that you call the attorney general up 2 hours before a party and say, "Can you come down here?" It's a state, it's a city, it's a municipal thing. At least that's the way I think it happens anyway. You got to be invited, but that still doesn't absolve the people who did it from doing it. 8:18 in the morning. Good morning. Pretty good. Well, where were they though? Where were they? Hmm. But there's no place in North Pass where you can put 1,000 people. I want to see a picture of the people. I need to see a picture of 1,000 people out there at a party. I just don't believe it may have been a lot of people, but I don't believe it was 1,000 people. A lot of people. Yeah. 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 Okay, but I still don't believe there's 1,000 people out there. I gotta see I gotta see some video or some picture there's no place out there to put 1,000 people. Mm. Yeah, well, I'd say a lot of people. I agree with that one, but 1,000, probably so. Yeah, yeah, probably so. I think it's time for a curfew in the city of Montgomery. I think there's time for a curfew. Yeah, but some parents just don't care. Some parents just don't care. Yeah. All right. All right. Appreciate it. 860-1440, 821 in the morning. We'll be back right after these messages. I just want to see somewhere I see it's 5,000 people. There's no place out there. And when you put 1,000, I mean, where? Say there's a lot of people. Okay. But where you going to put 1,000 people? You can't hide 1,000 people. I mean, somebody would have called the police or somebody. Where? Where you going to put them? This fan lived in North Pass. I was at a house all the time. Where 1,000 people at? Where? I mean, how you gonna hide 1,000 people? I would go alone. There was probably a lot of people, maybe 1,000 somebody. But 1,000 people, and again, not blaming. It's not blaming anybody. It's the people that doing these things. Okay, we'll be back. Well, Metro. Somebody can tell. Give me the street out there where 1,000 people are on. I know that area out there. I bet it wasn't down in all them fancy houses. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exclusive creators, action-packed sports, lively debates, and more. And now you can cut cable. Download the Rumble TV apps and watch independent media on the big screen. Creators such as Steven Crowder at 10 a.m. Monday through Thursday, Kimberly Guilfoyle at 4 p.m. Eastern Mondays and Thursdays, Glenn Greenwald at 7 p.m. Eastern Monday through Friday, and Don Jr. at 6 p.m. Eastern Mondays and Thursdays. Rumble is the place to find authentic expression from creators, a place where we do not censor, but rather believe that everyone should benefit from access to a network full of more ideas, diverse opinions, and dialogue. Join Rumble, where people are given the freedom to be entertained by exclusive content from creators who are empowered to express themselves freely. Visit rumble.com or download the app and watch for free.
Stay up to date with the news any time of day, anywhere you are, by listening to News Radio 1440 on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning to you. I hope this day finds everybody well. Me and Mike is like at least have one thing. We live to 80 minutes. It's 1440, my number here. Let's go back to the phone and see who is this. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we just got to bring. I guess we just got to bring the National Guard. Mm. I understand. Right. It's across the nation. There's a culture. There's a culture change in America, and politically, we don't want to deal with the culture. But hey, yeah, yeah. All righty. Okay. Then. All right. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, no, but I wouldn't know if it was a Hispanic party though. I wouldn't, unless they had the cucarachas and the yeah. I don't know. Well, Las Vegas. I mean, that was like a black party, and all the people got shot by that. Well, okay, a concert, mass party. I mean, it's the same thing. You got a lot of people gathered in a place. Okay? Mm. Well, listen, I think everybody wants the answer to that question. And I personally just don't have it. I don't know. Parenting, uh, culture. I don't know. So why did it go on? Why did it go on? I don't know.
thing he did here.
Mhm. Mm. Well, I'm just glad that I don't have to handle that responsibility. Again, you know, we live in a society that's supposed to be free. Now, I don't want to have a police state in this city either. Um, um, well, I think we need a curfew. I certainly do. I think we do for the time being. Yeah. I don't know about National Guard, but curfew. But that signals a loss of control. That signals a loss of control. And what politician wants to again? Well, we only lost control of a few people. So okay, okay, but now they got problems out in the country, right? But they got problems in the country too. I mean, come on. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying we got problems everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Listen, if it's a fact, it's a fact. I can argue with that. What I can ask, and I appreciate your call. What I can ask is why I don't have a clue. What Miss Beer? Let's see. This was from WSFA. What did she say? Let me see if I can get that. Well, I understand that. Mm, another one. Coffee with coffee. Another one. Okay. Well, now I have to tell you, I think Miss Beer did her job. She was in receipt of the information. She passed information on to law enforcement, and so they did have some notice. and it seemed like to me that somebody was derelict in their duties. So that I mean, listen, if the city council person, my city council person, if that's if that's what you're supposed to do, she was receiving information, she told them, and so man, I mean, woo, I don't know. If I get word of a to a certain place, a big, yeah, I don't know. What is the answer? What is the answer? What is it? I don't know. If I did, I'd run for office. Yeah.
Deal 14.
Sponsored by Public Supermarket. Pay more when you join Club Public. You can get $5 off your next trip, $20 or more by clicking clubpublic.com/save5. And restrictions apply. Offer valid in store only. Must sign up by December 31st, 2024. Hey, Josh Johnson here. Tuesday in progress. We'll end up your 98 there on San and all the sunshine, money. So, 74 now. For the same Thursday in the weekend, 84 to 98 afternoon, so that's the first alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned. News Radio 1440.
The latest accident, 800 block working Boulevard, New Park in front of Jacks and McGee Road at Oxford Drive. Please use. Highway 14 is Millbrook. That's food out. It's the law. Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major.
With just a couple of clicks on Amazon, your items come to your door in a day or two. With just a simple phrase to your Alexa smart speaker, your favorite talk shows come to your speaker in seconds. Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
Paid for by Christian Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is MediShare. You get both. Anything between $500 a month with Medicare, and it's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works. That's been more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians that spend more than $5 billion on each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, like it better. You can be happy with how you're taking care of your health care. If you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want to plan, you can call right now. Your house in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Just call 855-51 Bible. 855-51 Bible. 855-51 Bible.
River Region's culinary event of the summer is here. Spoons, presented by Cumulus Media, Country Detailing, BMW, Buffalo Rock Princeton, and Cajun Leprechaun. Friday, June 20th at RSA Activity Center on Dexter Avenue from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy samplings from some of the best restaurants in the region. Chelsea's Homestyle.
On a mission to protect free speech, Rumble is one of the only sharing platforms where you can watch genuine content for free. Rumble is available on mobile and connected TV featuring influential voices. Rumble gives you the freedom to entertain with exclusive creators, action-packed sports, lively debates, and more. And now, you can check cable. Download the Rumble TV apps and watch independent media on the big screen. Creators
Players such as Stephen Pratt at 10 a.m. Monday through Thursday. Kevin Guilfoyle at 4 p.m. Eastern Monday through Thursday. Frank Greenwood at 7 p.m. Eastern Monday through Friday. And Don Jr. at 6 p.m. Eastern Mondays and Thursdays. Rumble is the place to find authentic expression from creators. A place where we do not censor, but rather believe that everyone should benefit from access to a network full of more ideas, diverse opinions, and dialogue. Join Rumble, where people are given the freedom to be entertained by exclusive content from creators who are empowered to express themselves freely. Visit Rumble.
Come on in.
Download the app and watch for free.
Didn't I see you over at the, didn't I see you over at Hope Inspired Ministries? Don't worry about it.
I'm a veteran.
Okay, outstanding.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. We'll get into our show later on. I was just wondering something here. Okay. 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 Let's see. Okay. We'll get to that later. I'm not going to bring my guests involved in this conversation here because, you know, it's a tough one. But we do have a guest in the studio at the moment. And tell the folks who you are, my dear.
My name is Robin Chappelle, and I work for Council on Substance Abuse. I'm a case manager, and we have what's called the FOX grant. The FOX grant is a demonstration grant that we got about 2 years ago through the VA, and we help veterans get service connected, and we help them with limited financial services and mental health and prevention, HIV prevention as well.
Can I get a little help with the light bill?
Oh, I mean, if you need that, you know, you're better. We got it.
I'm just saying, you know, how about the mortgage?
Oh, it looks like you keep the lights on really well.
Yeah, anyway. And also, we got something going on Friday.
Yes, we have an event for veterans on Friday,
Mhm.
and it's actually for the families as well because we're going to have a bunch of stuff for the kids. Space bounces, snow cones, cotton candy, water play, and everything that a veteran needs as far as community resources. So it's going to be for homelessness, if you need emergency care or care in your home, just anything to help make a veteran's life easier is going to be there for you to just, you know, ask questions and see what you need.
Now, is there, I don't know if you know, you probably can answer this question, but is there a place, before I was in there, I always heard about the old soldiers' home. I know I lived in Honolulu, and we had an old soldiers' home over there, but I don't want to be in it whether I was in paradise or not.
Yeah.
But do we have such things? Do you know if we have such things where veterans go get a bed or something?
Yes, there's things such as like Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea is a really great program. It's a wonderful lady named Brenda who has that one, and she houses veterans in need that, you know, they just don't have anywhere else to go. Maybe they just, you know, need a place for now. She doesn't keep everybody forever. Right. But, you know, kind of like broken wing birds, you know, she lets you go eventually, but it's just a place for, you know, if you just don't have anything.
You know, the one thing about veterans that gets me sometimes, and it just, and I don't want to be critical, but I've slept outside, I've slept under trees, under a tank, not under the tank, next to the tank, under trucks, on the ground in the snow, pup tents. I mean, laying next to a tree. You know, we should know how to survive better than. Of course, maybe we got a softer military now than we used to have.
We definitely.
Yeah. We got to put your card up, say I'm stressed.
Yeah.
You know, and all them kind of things.
We didn't have that.
Yeah, no, we didn't. But anyway, you came today to tell us specifically about the event.
Yes.
Which is going on.
So it is from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's at 204 East Oak Street in Tuskegee. So it's a really big area, really big yard where it's going to be a.
So it's not at the VA.
It's not at the VA.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure of.
So it's a really big, widespread yard, and it has to do with us and Tears. So we're both nonprofits that help.
And what's Tears?
Tears is another nonprofit that we're also connected with, but we use some of their facilities, and we're using the building to make sure that we're able to reach veterans. We didn't really want to do it at the VA campus. We wanted it to be more of a community event, almost like a block party. So we got that location.
Okay, well, we know about block parties in Montgomery. Right?
Yeah, they sure do.
Anyway, so Veterans Summer Fest, June the 28th from 11 until 4 p.m.
Yes.
Now, I know I'm going to ask you a question. I probably know the answer to it, but y'all don't have no pickup service around here, do you?
We do transport veterans, actually.
To the party?
Yes.
From Montgomery?
Mm-hmm.
And where do they meet at?
So if you do want to come, just let us know. We have a van that we are already transporting veterans in. So if you do need a slide or a ride, just let us know.
Yeah. You gonna bring me back too?
we will come back to Montgomery, so I'm believing so.
Oh, I'm just, I mean, you know.
But no, really, if you do want to be transported, if you would like, if you're interested and you'd like to come and we still have room in our vans, you can just let us know. We do have the Hope for Heroes page on Facebook. It's the Hope #4 Heroes, and we're also COSA.NCADD.org.
Okay, so do you find, and since you are with COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse, do you find that there are any substance issues that greatly affect veterans more than one versus another?
I believe that substance affects everybody equally, but with veterans, the biggest thing, especially with the Fox grant, is the suicide rates. They're pretty high, and that's what the Fox grant is about, is decreasing those numbers because they are really high in Alabama lately. And honestly, it's sad that it's the 62 and older demographic that's doing it the most. So we try to put these services and these resources in place to eliminate that and alleviate some of the stress that they go through. And substance abuse is part of it as well, but not every veteran has substance abuse issues. Right. Sometimes it is really just suicidal thoughts or, mental health. So we try to separate that and treat everybody individually with their own unique case.
So over 62 is right now is a concern.
Yes, and I don't know if it's maybe because they don't have family left or they just feel alone, but they're the ones that actually have the high suicide.
Well, listen, I'm over 62, and I want you to know I ain't gonna kill myself.
Oh, good.
So if somebody find me, I didn't do it.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody did it. Because I ain't going that way. But sometimes I guess whether you're a veteran or not, it gets
tough out here. Yeah.
It's tough out here.
It's getting expensive to live.
Yeah.
It's it's getting pretty hard as far as just keeping your well-being together and having that support from other people. So it's definitely understandable.
So again, we got the Veteran Summer Fest, which is going to be June the 20th, which is this Friday.
Coming up.
I'll be at Spoons this Friday at 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock downtown at RSA Center. We're gonna showcase all kinds of food, and that's not free. So.
Oh, well, this one is free, and we do have food. So you'll be fed, you'll be cooled off. There's snow cones, plenty of water to cool you down. Tents and shade. So we don't want anybody to overheat.
Of course, now we probably got some veterans don't even know what a tent look like.
Oh, probably not. We had those little tents. You dig your little trench around it.
The pup tent. You was living in a pup tent.
I did.
Really?
Yes.
What was your MOS?
92 Alpha.
Oh, that's MP?
No, it's actually supply, but I was in a transportation company, so
okay. Well,
I was in Iraq and we were.
Okay, well, we got something in common. I was in a transportation company, although I will admit I was in Hawaii.
Okay.
In the
I wish I was in Hawaii.
Yeah, well, I was on a boat. I was on a boat for a minute in the galley, and it that water would just make you feel.
I was just about to say I could never do the Navy or water.
Yeah, water. Yeah, I was in Fort Island, across the street from Pearl.
I'm a grounded person. I can do camping and going through woods and stuff. The water's just not for me.
So how was Iraq? Was it hot?
It was extremely hot. You think it's hot here? It was 145 there. So you.
But you had it. That's the only part of the country, world I've never been in.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot over there.
Like it took my breath when I got off the plane, and it's like it's so hot that when you sweat. You don't see your sweat, you just see the salt in your shirt. Your shirt's just white because it dried up so quick, but it's just in your shirt.
But then again, it is called the Army.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we did.
Yeah, and I was there like, we had a 400-day tour. So we were there like a full year. We didn't get any type of...
Well, now, did we pay?
Yes.
Okay,
then they had to pay. I did get paid. So like the Air Force and all of them, they come over there 3-6 months and leave. I'm like, I didn't even unpack yet.
Okay. Well, the Air Force is still getting used to this thing because, the Air Force thing, we owe them. They actually owe us because it had not been for the Army, there would be no Air Force.
Well, we're the first in the best.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But anyway, Veteran Summer Fest, is there a number of people called? Or they just, if they want to go, do they need prior...
No registration, any of that. It's just veterans and their families. Bring the kids, bring where we're just trying to make sure that we network with everybody and see what everybody needs, especially in the Tuskegee area, because it's just, it's a more rural area, but we want to reach everyone and make sure that even in our historic cities, we're reaching everybody.
So the Council on Substance Abuse is sponsoring this. And, if you have issues with alcohol, issues with whatever substance that has taken your brain over. They are there to help you do that. And you can probably talk about that. There'll probably be some miniature counseling going on or something like that.
Have some services services for you for that if you're going through that as well. But if you do have any specific questions, you may come out, or you can call 334-262-1629. That's the main number.
You know, I've never drank in my life. And one of the reasons why I never did, is because I used to see E8s and E7s and just get all kind of trouble over beer. And if you get a DUI as a senior non-commissioned officer, your career pretty much over. You know.
Yeah.
Now Private Johnson can get it, and we smack them around a little bit and let them get over it. But once you become an E7, E8, 9, I mean, so I said to myself, I don't think I want to drink. I never drank anything in my life. I've never even tasted alcohol. Well, it ain't ever. I've done other things. but I never drank the smoke or smoke Pacololo. That's what we call it in Hawaii.
That's the first thing, especially after training, or everybody's like, "Where's the bottle at?" And it's, it's like a norm when you're there.
But I did it to show people that you do it because you want to. Don't blame peer pressure and all that stuff, because we do it because we wanted to do it. Okay, that's the only reason why I didn't do it. Besides that, I used to see some people do crazy things on the alcohol.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I just don't make.
It's about knowing your limit too and doing it responsibly.
And if
everybody drinks, but it's like responsible.
And if you're depressed and worried about life, alcohol don't.
Yes, it makes it even worse.
But we all got weaknesses. We all have something. Mine is Coca-Cola.
Not Coke. Have you seen that it can actually take the rust off your car engine? That's why you shouldn't drink it.
Well, you're right about that.
It can get battery acid off.
Yeah, it can. I'm trying. So I'm going to the psychologist. They got this psychological thing going on this weekend where you can go get hypnotized against your issues.
Oh,
so I'm gonna go there.
Smoking and
smoking things like
okay.
I'm gonna try to.
That's interesting. I've always wondered how that goes. Like, can they really change your mind into stopping doing something like this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna try to go there and see if I can get rid of my coke habit. Because let me say that Coca-Cola habit. Okay,
yes.
Not the other Coke habit.
Okay,
okay, I'm just saying this. So let me do that. Anyway, it was a pleasure for you coming by again. Veteran Summerfest this Friday from 11 to 4 p.m. In Tuskegee, 204 East Oak Street. You can give me a call up here and I'll give it to you. I'll throw it on my Facebook page. You guys can check it out, and they will give you a ride. Where would they meet if they want to ride?
So give us a call. I believe it's going to be at the Carmichael and Forest Avenue location, 828 Forest Avenue.
Okay, 828 Forest Avenue. Okay. Well, thank you, my dear. I appreciate you coming by.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
We'll be back. Uno momento. Stop flirting with her.
You were not. 5748. Thank you so much. I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Julian Assange is on the fight for freedom. Mike Stella tells the BBC. Northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. territory in the Pacific, and is expected to plead guilty to the Cuban President espionage in exchange for prison time already sealed in the UK. Zagata from London's Walmart prison.
This decision is obviously controversial. If he was convicted, he could have faced 175. Nobody thought that was going to happen, but one thing he did not want was for any of their time to be served in the United States. The Vice President Pence to deal with miscarriage of justice that dishonor, service, and sacrifice of U.S. troops. The U.S. overwhelming correspondence marketing. Dr. Quebec Wilkins says this will help fight until CBS Morning 62 Americans have killed. Gun violence with all children scared about shootings at their schools.
Gun violence will now become the leading cause of it among kids and teens.
Wilkins says automatic rifles should be driven by universal background checks to be reviewed. Flooding in the Midwest, and now claimed at least 2 lives in their community. Media Ryan Stephanie Opens with the weather channel. That means we could be flooding into Kansas. Now, this is the same area where over a dozen rivers have set another story. Israel's Supreme Court has ruled unanimously studying scripture does not help the Orthodox Jewish men who serve in the military. 15 years of age must be drafted. In Jerusalem. This is something that has completely bothered not secular Israelis who say that it's simply not fair. And so I think that they are welcoming this decision. They're very pleased about it. Down, Prime Minister Netanyahu's governing coalition. Dow down 110 points. A first for the University of Tennessee. The College World Series champ for a 6-5 victory over Texas A&M on ESPN. This is CBS.
Get the O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard McGee. Experience on this property, we can do it easier, do it better. Walmart, Walgreens,
You feel different. You eat different, you talk different, you sound different, you listen to music different. Probably do that. Problem is, you also drive. And not that's why driving high is invisible everywhere. Don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by me and the Ad Council.
Something's happening in Major League Baseball that hasn't.
At the plate. NBC Sports Philadelphia across the first, then to third, it means a triple play. The runners thought the ball had hit the ground. 1-3-5. Four books the first of its kind since 1929. Phillies moved in the year. Steve Wilson, CBS News.
Success, stay flat. Because the event when they think you above and beyond lifelong career improvement. That's the person forward. Kevin Elkins, CBS News.
nothing has changed my life more. Well, except maybe my husband. He's so proud of me. Makes me cry.
Wow, what an incredible story.
What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight and stop smoking guaranteed. Feeling good future. Only $39.99. That's right. You're going to see that your summons you out there to
Got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 5094 right now for the IRS when claims, levies, or other abrasive measures.
For years now, people have been switched to wireless service. The more people are switching to flip flop, the more people the support that the help to get budget solutions. What the flip flop is the difference in what we can talk to us perfectly. The immune system is based on the gut. And weak immune system. Here's a solution. D-I-E-V-I-T-E. A grand total of 2 weeks. Helped with
Yeah, let's see now. Let's see, Jamil Brown has been tweeted already. Woo! Here's a question I want to ask you this one because I know we complain a lot about and we all let's talk about some of the things that are realistic to do. I like your suggestion. Maybe the mayor listen. What realistically, what can be done besides getting rid of the political correctness of our time and putting somebody's blood out there and drinking all the water? Realistically, what can we do? And I think the first thing we do is the curfew. First thing. And people said, well, do you think that we believe that the crooks will abide by our curfew? No. But at least we know when we see them walk down the street, they're a crook. Okay? They're going to be a crook either way it go, because if we have a curfew, then they're not going to be walking that street. If you're 18, if you're 17 and below, you need to be home. You don't need to be walking the streets of Montgomery. From 11 to 6 o'clock in the morning. And if you have a job, you need to get something from your job to say that you work from that time of year. You shouldn't be walking in the beginning. So the one thing to do is curfew. Okay, I'm just saying. Anybody else got any ideas, realistic ideas that we could do to help stem some of this? Ask our judges to stop letting people go the minute they come in front of them. put them in jail and let them stay there a while. Okay? Because my understanding is like 10% of the people, a lot of these people go to jail, they get back out, and I know they got a right to parole and all that. What's that word? Uh, Bail. They have a right to bail. We got that. Make the bail so high that it's difficult to get. Okay? Especially somebody's been down there 3 or 4 times. Well, we don't need them off the street. So realistically, what if you're the mayor? What would you do? I mean, well, you blame the guy, but realistically, what should we do as a curfew? Uh, Beg our judges stop letting crooks back out of jail. Okay, so make bail higher. What else can we do? Start holding fathers and parents responsible for their children that do things out in these streets if they're under the age of 18. Hold them accountable. True. All right. So, anybody else? Curfew is one thing that we need a curfew in the city of Montgomery, at least temporary. Right? What is this? And what about that wasn't Willie. That was not Willie. I don't know. Well, it wasn't Willie. Willie's fine. It's not that guy. I forgot his name, but that wasn't Willie. What do you do? Well, let me ask you a question. What do you do? Hey, let me ask you a question. If I am a poor person and I have a child, no. Wait. I want you to ask a question. If I'm a well, listen, I get to say something too. So let me ask the question now. Well, maybe not. But if I'm a poor person and all I can afford to stay is where I am because of the economics of our time, do we take our kids away? So I lost my job. I can't afford my bills. I can't afford my bills. I lost. No, wait a minute. Now I want you to be reasonable here. I lost my job. I'm not going to hang up on you. I'm going to let you get out some of that stupidity you talked about. But I've lost my job. I don't have any place to go. The only place I have to live is where I live. Do I take the people's kids away? He doesn't have that problem. I know. Mhm. And then, you know what? Hey, I just got a guest come in. See you later. I just got a guest come in. Anybody different talk to with you? Uh, I've never seen a man so negative in my whole. Was that curmudgeon? Yeah, I just never seen. How you gonna call, man? Like, oh, woo, the white boy, the other thing was called, the money on there. Yeah. I don't have a clue. I don't know if he is. Mm. Okay. Well, let me get to my guess. I just want, no, I'm running out of time though. But tomorrow you call back. Anyway, I guess is our county commission chairman, Doug Singer, that yesterday, as you heard from the last city council meeting, uh, you guys were called on the carpet for not fulfilling the commitment that you had made to the city
Well,
by Rondé Mitchell.
that commitment, that what they call commitment, is allocation of funding was done about 18 months ago.
Mhm.
Now things have changed, in my opinion, in the past 18 months. So what I wanted to do was take the 1.75 million in ARPA funding that was going to go directly to different programs and use a portion of that money to do two things: help fund the district attorney's office, because we have over 300 murder cases that are pending. And you can imagine 300 murder cases, how many other cases of less, you know, crime and murder is out there. So our courts are backlogged. We went to, had a meeting in Gerald Dennis, presiding and District Attorney Bailey about 6 weeks ago. And we agreed the action item would be to go to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and ask for some help in getting our judges' dockets reduced, bringing in either retired or judges from other counties. And we went hoping to get one or two judges. The Supreme Court justice said, I live here in Montgomery, I see the situation, I'm firsthand witness of it, I'm going to get you 4 or 5 judges. So let's start clearing some of these cases. Now, naturally, if you've got 4 or 5 judges coming in, and we're going to start having a lot more trials, then you're going to need, the DA is going to need some more help. So that's what some of the money would go to fund 2 additional prosecutors, with their focus being on handling these 300 murders. The other portion of the money, I wanted to go to the sheriff's department to form a task force to attack this violent crime. These would be additional deputies that we would bring on board. We would not take anybody off the street we have now. The ability to hire some additional deputies and have their focus entirely on violent crime and targeting the areas that need the help. So that was the 2 pieces of the pie. And the third piece of it was, yes, some of the programs that is mentioned for the city. Now, Rondé kind of called us out. I love Rondé Mitchell. I work very closely with Rondé Mitchell. We share some district together. We've always worked very close together. He is an outstanding representative on the city council. A really, really good young man, good person. He does a wonderful job. So I don't look at that as calling out. I think it was just a little bit of confusion and lack of communication. I think Mary mentioned during his talk that communications have been and that's something that we have got to clear up between the city council and the county commission. We need to communicate that. And the mayor and I had a private talk in the office on Tuesday, and that was the topic. Man, we got to talk. We got to communicate. We need to meet. We need to be on the same page. And he told me then that he would work harder on doing that. I told him that. I said, man, you and I, being the chairman and the mayor of the city of Montgomery, really should be at least being we are really not having a meeting one-on-one or a one-on-one phone conversation since November. So that's the communication, not that we've got to do a better job of communicating. And that he would communicate better with me.
Good morning on there. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Okay. But it's what she said, basically a curfew.
Yes, ma'am. It was Kevin's problem. It wasn't yours. He had me turned down. I love that. I don't know what happened with that. I know when I was a young person, I went out the house 2 times with my mom. Trying to be cool. But nowadays, parents have no idea where the kids are. You hear about.
Would you support a curfew?
Would I support a curfew? Yeah, I would support a curfew if we have a way of managing it, and that there was a punishment attached to it. If we have curfews now, who's going to patrol it? Is it going to be the MPD? Who's going to be in charge if the kid is out past the time? I need to know that they're are they going to pick them up? Are they going to take them back to their home? Or are they going to take them downtown and the parents have to come pick them up? And then what is the punishment? Is it a punishment for the child or is it a punishment for the parents?
A little bit of both.
So if I had, I like the idea, but again, how in the world can you be a parent when you have a 12 or 13 or 14-year-old out at 2 or 3 in the morning and you have no clue whether
Another thing. Good morning, you
have a parent?
Yeah. Miss Mayor.
Could you?
You got a lot of wind. You got a lot of wind blowing. You got the air conditioner on or something. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. All right. Appreciate that. Someone sent me a text that the DA's office is funded by the state. So the
Yes, the DA's office, yes, they are, the district comes with state employees, they are a state agency. The state of Alabama won't give them $1 million, and the district attorney's office of the county, it's, millions and millions of dollars that we put into the district.
they really ain't, but they're really not funded by the state. They're a stipend.
They're a state agency.
They get their money locally.
If they had operated at $500,000 budget,
They never make
daily and maybe one or two other responsibilities.
Let me ask you a question. What would the process be like if you guys temporarily brought back retired sheriffs, retired deputies and on a temporary basis? Could that work? Is that a possibility?
We do that all the time. And the thing is, I cannot speak on behalf of the speak on behalf of the county and the sheriff's department. And about a little 1 month ago, Sheriff Cunningham decided to first time start patrolling parts of the city of Montgomery. The reason has always been that the city of Montgomery will patrol inside the city limits. The sheriff's department will patrol outside the city limits, which now includes Turnpike Road and the unincorporated areas. Sheriff Cunningham, and I'll give kudos to the police department, because for the first time they have allowed us to be on the same radio frequency. We were not going to. In the past we were on different radio frequencies, and now we're on the same frequency because we were not going to patrol inside the city limits. And if we knew what was going on, or to put the deputies and Cunningham will not put the deputies in there. So we started doing that about a month ago, without any compromise in the unincorporated areas or the town of Pike Road. We did not pull deputies from there. We paid overtime that came out of the county budget. We paid overtime, about $40,000 was the overtime for the month. It's just say the past month of May. We paid that ourselves. Now the question is, we cannot on the county side continue to pay that overtime, and so hopefully the city will step up. And if they want us to continue, they may not want us to continue. They do want us to continue to provide that, because if we're covering the boundaries around the city of Montgomery, that means the MPD can focus more on the inner part of the city and have more condensed area to cover.
Gotta take a break. What's that $40,000 better than paying Levitate $42,000 a month for years? That's a pretty different story. We'll be back.
You're the black community.
42,000 for Levitate.
Yes, you're the black.
And now you want $6 million to go to a program that believes in political correctness. I just, I mean, that's
here's the other thing. Rodney Mitchell was calling us out saying that money's supposed to go to the program. There was something that came out yesterday that said district. I think he just has the most any district in one country.
He's got more apartments.
He's got all that highway. But I'm saying, if you got millions of murders, women to the end of the bigger side to stop the violence.
Another walk won't do it.
Another walk won't do it.
It ain't gonna do it, brother.
Ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, it ain't gonna
do it.
Your ass whooping would do it.
You're right.
It'll help.
It would help.
Walking and talking.
That's the thing. Walking and talking, we've gotten away from moving that.
Yeah.
But you and I were in school.
Yeah.
And then somebody got in trouble.
Yeah.
Coach Haller.
Now you can't paddle nobody. You can't introduce anybody to discipline outside prison.
And they got it.
Yeah.
His attitude changed.
Yeah, it's maybe a temporary change, but it's gonna change.
But all the rest of us around him,
Yeah.
theirs changed. I mean, it was more than we got live together.
It was so hard to get paddle. You had to sit there after you get that paddle, act like it didn't hurt.
But now I'm going to say, do this, and I think they will. You go out and you find people that have what I call street cred, people that have been in gangs before, people that gone to prison, people that have shot somebody, people that have been shot. And a guy like Kevin Elkins goes back and says, "Hey, Kevin, I've been here, I've done it." A white really like Doug was in there, and if you take a guy that says, "Hey, this is my prison right here. Here's my rap. Here's what I did. And here's what happened to me. And this was the path I was on." I'm trying to get you before you do it. You don't know your prison. These kids, they glorify prison. They think that's the best. If I shoot somebody, kill them, and they send me to prison, that's okay. And they think it's better in the prison than living in the street. And no one understands what they like. Read all the studies are real.
Be among the Democrats.
Real quick. Real quick.
In the head of a pin. This dangerous disease is now more widespread than West Nile, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS.
Hey, let me do this. I've got to go back on the air. And I'm glad you called, because I want to check on Ryan Ridge Extension. Have they got their money yet?
Often called brain fog. As the threat of Lyme disease grows to more than 300,000 people.
Okay, thank you, John. I'll be glad to consider that. Okay, man. Put more money into it. I'm cutting back. All these people in the locker room are trying to pay.
Yeah, let me ask you.
Yeah, the Kevin Elkins family. They sent me a budget for tax time, and said, 60 to 70% of money from Kevin Elkins. I don't remember. Kevin Elkins.
Okay, our guest this morning, of course, is Doug Secretary, the Commissioner, the Chairman of the County Commission. 860-14 my number. You can text me on 901-5022 if you want to ask me a question. We give you some of the information.
Kevin, I just left the business staff, but we did the program last summer.
You may get it. Good morning on there. Morning.
No.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Kevin, Aaliyah has stepped up and done a great job, and I'm very appreciative of them. If you have not noticed, not just the Northern Bypass, I've seen them there. I've seen them on I-65, I-85, excuse me. And so they are patrolling a lot inside the city limits, helping out. And all law enforcement groups have come together to try to help MPD. We all know there's shorter officers, but that's what we do. I think the roles were reversed and the sheriff's department was short. I think MPD be willing to come out and help us in the unincorporated areas too.
Also, as a side note, you remember the woman that's 104 years old?
Oh, yeah. I met her.
Yeah. She passed away.
I know.
But our prayer and condolences go out to her. As a matter of fact, it is said that she probably was the oldest employee in America.
Yeah. My grandmother lived to be 103.
Yeah.
And she was still living by herself at 103.
Wow.
We made her stop driving at 100, but she was 103 when she passed away.
Well, our condolences go to a life well lived for Miss Davis.
Yeah, she was a spry 104 too. Now she wasn't.
Yeah, been around. Good morning. Who's this? Go.
Okay, I can tell you. I can explain that to you. Yes, ma'am. I can explain that to you. Yeah, what happens is when you dial 911 and a call comes into the 911 dispatch, wherever that call comes from, say you're calling from Raymer, Alabama, the unincorporated areas, they're going to dispatch a sheriff's deputy. If you call them from Cloverdale, they're going to dispatch Montgomery PD. So it's wherever the call is coming from, that's where the dispatch is to. So it's not, they all come into the same number, but when it comes through, it's either going to be dispatched to the county or the MPD, depending on the location of where the call is originated. Yes, ma'am, and the people in Pike. Yes. Yes, ma'am. The people in Pike Road and the Yes, ma'am. I agree with you 100%. Let me touch on that real quick. The people that live in the unincorporated areas, the people that live in Pike Road, they pay taxes and also supports the city of Montgomery. So the city of Montgomery, if you live in the city of Montgomery, you pay taxes. That they both support both entities. I can't speak on behalf of the city of Montgomery and their patrols. I can speak on the sheriff's department, which is under the county, and that one of the reasons the crime is, I'll give you 3 reasons why the crime in the county is so small. So it's
too far from one another.
Yeah, we get a quarterly report from the sheriff's department, and a lot of times it looks like Mayberry, Andy Griffith Show's report. But the reason for that, one is Sheriff Cunningham has multiple patrols out in the county. If you ride take one day, if you've got time on a Sunday afternoon, some drive from Pentlala down through Raymer to Dublin, Grady, and come back and end up in Pike Road, I promise you will see multiple sheriff's department cars. I've seen as many as 7 on a 1 hour drive through the country. That makes a difference when you have that many patrols out there. Bad guys are more likely to go somewhere where there's not as many presence of law enforcement. The second thing is, most of the people down in the county, if you kick the door in, they're going to take care of business for themselves. They're going to protect themselves. And then the third thing, and I think probably one of the most important, besides the patrols, is that people in the unincorporated, people in the county, people in outlying areas, they're more likely to look out for their neighbors. So if they see a strange car cruising through their neighborhood, or they see a car or something and happening at somebody's house that don't look right, they're going to notify their neighbors, and they're going to communicate and talk with each other. We've gotten to a society now where people are scared to say anything to their neighbors. They don't know their neighbors. They don't talk with their neighbors. And we've got to get back to the point where we're all working together. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why our crime in the unincorporated areas is so low. And again, the sheriff department does a fabulous job, and Derek Cunningham is the best sheriff in the state of Alabama, if not the country. And he does not put his deputies out there and harm. Every call that is placed, he sends backup automatically. So if a deputy answers the call in 2 or 3 minutes, there'll be a couple more minutes, so another deputy will be right behind them.
Yeah. Good morning, on air.
No, exactly. And you're a retired police officer, right? So you remember when we had that in Montgomery, the city. You remember those days. County legal. Well, we got our own attorney. Yes. No, we did not. And we would not. I mean, that's something that we make a decision between Cunningham and the county commission on whether we can continue to fund it. No, we don't go to anybody. The sheriff did not go to anybody else. One thing I do want to touch on is because back when you were a police officers were so well respected. Now they're not respected. And I ask the people out there now, how many times do you see a police officer, deputy, any law enforcement? I make a point every time I see that I go up to them and I thank them for what they do. And I tell them how much of the police they do. If I'm in a drive-through line and I see one behind me, I'll buy their lunch. If I'm in a restaurant, I pick up the food. I'm not saying you got to do that, but we got to start, show appreciation for our law enforcement. It is the toughest job out there. It takes a special person to do it. I don't think I've got what it takes to do it. And to be honest with you, we have got to start, respecting these people and making the job more respectful.
Okay. Well, the next time you see me in a restaurant, so I'm gonna buy another.
Well, you jumped out of a plane, and
right.
I appreciate. I do know you're because you're a war hero.
Okay.
Yeah, according to my buddy, you never jumped out.
But that's true too. Okay, I could be lying.
But you're a war hero.
Not a hero. I did some heroic acts though.
I went on him in the car. Where is he?
Out there somewhere. We'll be back after this. Well, I got till the war was over.
But it bugs him, man. I keep doing absolutely bugs
News Radio 1440.
My man, what's up, bud?
74.
Yeah, I'm on the radio, so I can't talk to the second radio. I'm on the Kevin Elkins show. 14:40 a.m. 14:40 a.m. Listen, I'll call on my good buddy Jacob.
Something high quality or
we gotta get back to black white crap, man.
Yeah, we do. But you know, it's the only thing that gives people relevance now. If you don't bring that up, then you have no relevance. And people live in past on past relevance. I mean, there are some people, but most people older than I am. Yeah, they got you.
Mary will make that happen. One of them was black. One of the head guys.
I guarantee. I was telling what's name. You bring back the car on the issue. They don't mess with the target. Make a warrant officer. But a warrant officer is a like in so you don't outrank the lieutenant. You do outrank sergeant, but not really. Your job as a warrant officer is a consulting kind of thing. You don't still go on the road, you still do things. You bring back these people, but the problem is people get their feelings hurt, their sergeant or their lieutenant or time they don't hear that. So warrant officers are strictly there for help, encouragement, and to assist them.
All they ever did was just lie around. Yeah. And never got out of the car. Just lied around. Yeah. Just the presence.
Yeah.
People don't know that guy doing that. Right. You know, they just see the president. They're going to go somewhere else.
Yes, yeah. Because we had the volunteers in policing.
Yeah, and that's that volunteer.
Yeah, that's it. Like if we can put a car with a siren with a thing on the side of the road that you have to speak to, well, of course, if you got somebody in the car, you got you don't know somebody got phone. Right. They put one over around. They have to ripping the building off. Around by the police. One day he's up on blocks, so he's tired. I guess you got only fool.
Yeah, we're in the chamber over that. Come back one day and saw my time. They said they were knocking the building down, and people were stealing stuff out of it so fast. They just quit knocking it down, so they just gonna take it all the way anyway.
Wow.
Imagine going on there and having the guts just to take the tires off the
police car. That's a hungry brother.
Like you said, he got some more. That car ain't moving in 3 weeks. Yeah. Ain't nobody in that car. You know, we never motivated. I said, okay, well, why don't you just tell me the price of something you shot $1 million? You get like, what are you going to say? And when you have
They will not talk about it. We talk about it. I think we does talk about it. That's fair. I mean, you told something about it, but we can blame the white man.
okay, blame the white man, but do something.
Okay, not a whole lot of time left. I guess this morning is Commissioner Doug Singleton. Our numbers are 824-1440. You want to give us trouble? Let's go back to the phone and see who's been here the longest. Oh, this guy right here. We've been there forever. Good morning. Oh, Lord.
My buddy. That's probably a question for the city council and not the county commission. Well, I can answer on the county side. That's probably a question for the mayor. Let's move on to another one. Where's that at? What's the Martin Mall? Eastel Mall. Again, I don't know if that's true. Again, but now you ask the question about City of Montgomery. What's that? Again, that's a question for the mayor and the city council, not the county commission. I know what we're doing in the county commission. If I travel on the county commission or any commission have any request to travel, it goes before the entire county commission. Oh, we need to ask him that because he may be able to justify it. So I've seen this, and this, and I've been able to bring back this, and this. I don't know. That's a question for him.
Good morning. Who's this? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Your voice sounds so familiar, and I'm trying to figure out who it is. I have no idea if it's something that has to be on. The mayor can't do it, but the city council might have the authority to do that. But the mayor can't do that. I think it has to be the city council. Yeah, but the next question I had was who we're short of officers now. So, you know, the shooting, the thing at North Pass on Saturday night, the Acton police chief had said that they had common file, robbery, and another some type of call or whatever that came in, and so we really didn't have enough officers on the street to be able to sit there and monitor this event that was happening at the North Pass. Now, and the county, we've got events that have advertisement for type of illicit type activities going on at that we had great concern for. So, we were proactive with the state troopers, not to harass people, but to make sure everybody's safe. The thing is, we don't want to harass people and tell them they can't have fun, but we just want to make sure they're safe and make sure everybody attending the party is safe and everybody around in the neighborhood there is safe. So a lot of times, if we're out there trying to make sure people are safe, we figure out I can't have as much fun as I want to have. Normally they illegal stuff, and they move on and just go to the park. But good, clean fun is, hey, like good, clean fun. There's no issues with it at all. Well, I don't think this one even asked for a permit. So, yeah. So they just decide to have a party. Yeah, they decide to have a party on their own. And there's an advertisement now for another one on July the 20th. And well, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I agree with that. But how do how does how does the mayor and city hall stop them unless you have enough police presence to go out there and just make it so uncomfortable for the ones that want to do illegal things and commit crimes?
Hey, appreciate your call, my friend. I got to go one more because I'm running out of time here. Good morning, your name.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And again, there's been a lot of collateral down. I got doctors who are complaining about, leaving here because they're working the hell out of them in trauma centers around Montgomery. The collateral damage, the collateral things, the collateral effect of all this, it's putting a strain on the city.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of controversy about the laws that were passed making it open carry and all.
We always had open carry.
Yeah. Okay, but now open carry with conceal. Yeah. And you don't have to have a permit. And I didn't ever agree with that. And I think a lot of systems do not have to sure all get a $20 permit because most of them do it anyway because they travel across state lines. So that is something I think that will be addressed. But then on the other hand, other cities in the state of Alabama, they have the same laws, and they're not having the same issue we're having.
Sure. And we need to find out.
We need to find out that common
denominator. We gotta go.
Shout out to JT.
All right.
My buddy. We got my Down syndrome friend. I forgot to put it over there.
So we're gonna have a talk to a coffee with a cop. Yeah, that's good stuff. The cook's gonna show up with that one.